But before we get there, I want to invite someone who I've had the pleasure of partnering with over the last, I would say, 15 years, David Nuescheler, who is now the VP and fellow here, and he's done a lot around innovating. His latest brainchild has been edge delivery, but I know he's also been working on commerce innovations and some of the additional telemetry that we have. So I want to invite Mr. David Nuescheler on stage with me. Hey, great to see you. We saw each other yesterday.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I wanted to, it's kind of interesting because we're going to have a celebration a little later, but it's been 15 years since I've been on the journey around experience manager and then commerce. This feels like the early days again. So as you look at what's been happening now and the innovations, how does it compare to like 2000 when you were like building, and coming with HTTP standards and all that?
Yeah, no, I think it's exactly these seminal moments that make me think back to how it was and the journey we've been on and how many disruptions or paradigm shifts we've gone through. And it kind of takes me back, and I was thinking backstage to the mid-90s where I was like literally coding CGI scripts in C and trying to figure out what this web thing is all about. And I think the web by itself is the OG disruption, if you think about it, at least from in my timeline. It definitely changed how humanity works as a whole, right? And then if you think of all the things that have taken place in the journey to where we are at right here, from like mobile, right? It's like, I mean, giant disruption. We all run around with our cell phones attached to ourselves, or even public cloud as a giant disruption. And this is what makes me really excited about the disruption, the AI, Gen AI, Agentic disruption that we're looking at right now, because each of these disruptions, they brought some massive opportunities for us, for our customers, for our partners, to the plate, and I think it really is exciting to see where this is going. Is this tectonic shift massively different from anything else? It sure feels like that. It feels like on the scale of the web, which I think is a massive change to humanity. I think AI has the same potential.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is with AI, it's almost in itself magical, right? I remember the first conversation I had with an LLM, I was like, wow. But also, all the things we've done, like the APIs, right, we put into AEM, or all that gets it ready so that humans and agents can act on it, right? If none of the web existed, I think AI wouldn't be so transformative. But because of it, it's in place.
Yeah, and I think the web and the platform infrastructure that we built with the web is the basis for AI to exist, right? The reason why we can build these LLMs is because people can scrape the web really
yes.
Right? That's where the starting point of all of that is. So providing the platform infrastructure that allows you to have humans interact with you as a brand, or with you as a website provider of whatever shape you want, is as important as having that platform open to the bots, right?
Yeah.
To the robots that come and scrape things. And I think we clearly, as you stated, we clearly are in a shift where we, from the original web, which was clearly human focused, to like more and more SEOs, bots, and so forth. We're getting to a place where there's more and more importance to our human consumers of the content that is provided. And it's so exciting that the CMS industry, for all of those transformations, has been kind of at the core or very impacted by all those tectonic shifts. And I think this is going to be the same with the agentic web.
Yeah, I actually, what I really enjoy in our conversations, as we discuss, hey, where everything is going, David, is that you're not just looking at it as what's next, but also playing with the tools, right? And it's remarkable how quick the standards have been starting to form, and innovations. Like every week, there's a new announcement, and I've even gotten into kind of playing with it because it's important, as all of you know, to fully understand it. You need to do. So as you've been playing around with AI in your development cycles, and with also the new capabilities in AEM that we're going to be showcasing and having labs around here. What have you found most interesting in the way you work, and also some of the innovations we'll be announcing and showcasing here?
Yeah, no, I think there's obviously the let's paint everything with an AI brush approach to things, but I think there are some really functional pieces in my personal workflow where I realize this is stuff that I couldn't have done before, or it would have taken me a lot longer to do. And it starts with the obvious things, like, for example, translation, right? Translation, which a lot of our customers that have multilingual websites have a problem with. AI is just really good at translation, and that's a great thing to be able to delegate to. Then it goes into things that, as a developer, and I think a lot of us use, is like the coding assistants and coding agents, and the code completion has just gotten a little bit better, a little bit bigger. But then we have the coding agents that can do autonomous tasks at a relatively large scale in a reasonable fashion. And one of the things that I want to, I know that Lars is going to show a lot of the coding agent stuff to a degree that blows my mind, but there is also something that I want to foreshadow a little bit, which is site migrations and imports, right? If you think about it, you have an existing whatever site, however it has been created 5-10 years ago, and you need to extract all the valuable content and and recreate a new modern site off of this. This is something that is really very tractable at this point, and it's something that I had a great experience a couple of weeks ago when I first tried one of the demos that you're going to see on a real world customer site that I had. So there's a lot of things that are really very practical, are really taking a lot of the drudgery out of the daily work. And I think on top of obviously all the top line future things that we could be doing, I think this, just for me as a developer, makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. What's interesting is across our teams, we've been making this shift, as you are probably as well, becoming really getting deep with the AI, the new tools like Cursor, with Claude, etc. And looking at how does it accelerate the way we'll be able to build and develop and innovate. And because of it, some of the things you'll see, right, really connects not only to the AEM tools that you know today, but also can be accessible through like GitHub, through Cursor, etc. And some of the hands-on labs actually will work with that. So I think you'll see that we're bringing these AI agents and everything to the development workflows that you have. And that's really because our developers are also doing that as well. But one of the things that we found hard is the context. So like you were saying, okay, the context of this site that I want to migrate, or the knowledge of where the latest capabilities in AEM from a functional perspective and from a context perspective. And so that's an area we try to streamline. So bring the context, bring the AI native tools sort of together, and that really speeds up work and innovations. What's an area that's really exciting to you as you see the future of where this is going?
Yeah, look, so I think the space is moving so quickly. Things are, from standards to model evolution to whatever, things are moving at a crazy pace that I've never seen that in my career, how quickly things move. And that's like every couple of weeks, the world that we live in has changed, which is super interesting on the one end, but also confusing, obviously, to people. So I think the one thing that I'm super excited about is jumping into this crazy journey with our customers and our partners, because I think we all need each other to figure out what's going to happen. I think anyone who makes a prediction of like where we're going to be in 5 or 10 years, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how much value this is, but I know exactly that if we work together with partners, with customers, with our developer community, we will get the same great output or the same great result that we have from all the other transformations that we've gone through in the past 25 years.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Well, thank you, David. I think I agree with you. I remember being in college and learning about how people did machine programming, where they went from one registry to
Hey, I
another.
did that.
And we had like AS400, and some of you are like not
I
old
did
enough
not
to
do
remember that. But I feel like this, like prompting natural language is a higher order of sort of programming, and it's going to unleash another like level up in terms of the kinds of experiences we're going to create. We're going to look back at the website today and go like, that's like an AS400 experience compared to where we're going to be able to go, because AI agents are going to take care of some of the more sort of ground level things, and we're going to be able to level up in terms of the experiences we imagine. Thank you, David, for your leadership, your partnership, your collaboration, and I think we're both excited about the conversations over the next couple of days worldwide. Thank you, David.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, so this is going to be so exciting. And I am excited to introduce Mark Schultz, who's going to take us through the agentic evolution. Mark, all the way from Sydney, is here to join us in San Jose Live. Mark, let's welcome him to the stage.
Thanks, Loni.